Saturday traders, welcome back to another video. So a slightly different start to the video here. I just entered a trade while walking across Waterloo Bridge on gold. I just caught it on the phone, so I'm just going to screen record now and I'll show you the entry. Then when I get back to the office I will run through it properly. Okay guys, we're back in the office and welcome to the next part of the TOPSTEP Trading Combine. This trade I found, I had an alert that went off, so I decided to take the trade while I was on the bridge because it was just looking great. So we're jumping to charts now and I'll run through why everything looks like it does, and yeah, let's get into it. So jumping onto the charts, you can see that we've had a pretty interesting trade so far. Now I'm just going to clear something so it's not so annoying. So basically the idea of this trade is to go down to the 15-minute chart because it's based on the 15-minute chart. Okay, now what we had here is a liquidity grab above the highs. Now we had one here, but we actually had a better one here. We liquidity grabbed off the top of here, and then we've had a big push down. Okay, and we've broken a new structure, and we're looking for price to continue to the downside now. So what I did was I drew in my fib. Now everything's looking a little bit messy, so let's see if I can tidy this up for y'all. Give me a second. There it is. I've got emails coming in galore. So if we have a look here, we had price come up to the 0.618 fib, which is our entry point. So I took the trade and we actually entered as we pulled back a little bit down to here. We then subsequently had a huge spike up, hence why we've got our stop loss above the recent liquidity high. Price has pushed up and then since then come down. Now you can see to the left here I've got a sell limit. What I had done was actually put a sell limit in at this point, because if price had already pulled back, but if we did come back up to this point, I wanted to get tagged in again for a low risk extra trade, which obviously if we did get tagged in right now, we'd be up quite a bit. We're only into that first little trade worth of profit there, which is a shame. If we got tagged into that one, that would have actually pushed us down. I didn't have that set while we had this spike. I was waiting to see if we were going to push back up, and then we could have got a really nice, really tight stop with a risk to reward if we were still going to go to our aim for our major thing of about 7, which obviously would be amazing. Now down here, if this trade does play out, we're looking at about $800 in profit, which is great. Now one thing that we do need to mention, I haven't mentioned in the past videos, is that we need to stick to the consistency plan. Now with TOPSTEP there is a consistency plan. If you go above on the 50k account around $800 in a day, then you know your biggest winning day is 30% more than your goal. So you need to keep it. They suggest keeping your profit per day down from to around below 800. That's going to keep you under that threshold. So because if you do go over it, then you're going to have to make more money on top of that to show your consistency goal. Because obviously if you just do it, 3 grand in one day, you're not really doing the you're not really showing your consistency as a trader. It could just be pot luck that you managed to do that with an over leveraged trade. So so yeah, even if we get down to the 0 area here, after a great day already, we've already made about $560 odd in the day. I'm going to look to literally hopefully just grab about $300 from this trade, and that will give us a perfect amount for us to close the trades off for the day, and then wait until tomorrow, because this will be the third video filmed today. Second video filmed today. The other video was filmed on Monday, so on Tuesday, sorry. So yeah, and it's currently Wednesday. So we're getting a push down. So literally all I'm going to be looking for now is that 300, 250, 300 mark, and I'm going to close this trade out. The target is down here, but obviously if I do go above it, when I start trading in real time, that's fine, okay, because obviously that's good. But if I go above it now, then I'm just going to put more work on myself in the challenge, and it's just pointless. So hopefully we can get a nice push down. We have had that turnaround. Everything's looking good. As I say, we had that liquidity grab off the top here. We actually liquidity grabbed off top of this. We'd already had a lick grab, if you will, off the top of the Asia highs here. So we had that other one which broke some major structure, and you know we could be now entering a new downtrend coming down to this mess down here, which was yesterday's news for the USD. So yeah, we're just in the trade. just gonna let this thing run. Hopefully, as I say, we can get down to around $200 or so. I'm gonna mark that out on the chart in a sec, and I'll come back when I've done that so you can see whereabouts that is. Okay, so I've marked that out. I'm actually going to just get rid of this sell limit now, because I don't think we're going to come back up there, and if we do, we can always manually change or enter a new trade. The new area that we're looking for now, our full TP is going to be at this blue line here. That is going to be a $250 add-on to the account. Now I could take extra $50 right now, which is obviously great, taking us up to around $600 or so. We're currently running in profit on the account, but if we can get up to that 800, then I am happy with that, and that would be fantastic. So hopefully we can get that. We are having a little bit of a mess around now. We've got 4 minutes left on this candle. But so far everything's looking good, right? We haven't broken out at the top of this high. We've taken any liquidity off the top here, and I know for a fact we've taken all the fair value gaps out on this area up here. So now we've made a new lower low. Okay, we're making a new lower high potentially, and now a new lower low. Then hopefully now we can continue that downside pressure, and we can take that goal out. So let's see how it goes, and I'll come back when hopefully we've done that. Quick update then, and we've had a push up out of profit. Now I went down to lower time frames just to see what's going on, and we've actually got a second setup here on the 1 minute. We had the big push up, which was the 130 candle. Okay, that's pushed up pretty strong. We then had a liquidity grab off the top of all these equal highs here, which then created a change of character in this short-term trend here, pushing price down. So what I've done is drawn the fib into 0.186, sorry, the 0.681, and we've entered another second position here. Now obviously it's going to bring up a bit of higher risk for us, but I think if we can turn around from here, then we can get to that $200 goal. We're actually out $250 at the moment, out of pocket, but if we can turn around from here and then push down, reacting after having a change of character in the trend, then that would be fantastic. If not, then we have made a bit of a loss here on the account. So is what it is. It's looking not overly great right now, but I'm happy with what I've done, the way that it's gone, the way that the choice to take this trade. This is a liquidity grab off of the top of all of these equal highs here, okay, and we filled the fair value gaps up there. So I feel that price could potentially turn around here, and then we could potentially get to our that $200 goal pretty quickly. So let's see how it goes. It's not looking too great right now, not gonna lie, but we'll come back with an update in a sec and see how it's going. Okay guys, so you had a little bit of a push up. We're now in about $20 of profit. Everything looks a bit of a mess, I know, and it's not how I usually like to have my charts, especially like with these lines now. It just adds a ton of just mess. But basically, we're just looking for price, literally, I think, to come down to this area here, or just go into slight profit of the original trade, and we're going to be at that $200, $250 that we're looking for. We got down to this point. I can't remember if I've recorded this yet. We were about 160 there. I almost closed it out there, but I do just want to see if we can get down to that 200. Having a bit of volume to the downside now, which is good. So yeah, just gonna keep watching, and hopefully, literally, we've only just got to break out this low, and we're basically at that target. And as I say, I don't want to go up too much more than that today, because we have that consistency rule to take into account. So yeah, we're just patiently waiting to see if we can get down there. It would be lovely. It would be really nice. So let's see. If we even get to like just $200, I may even just close out the trades and just leave it there. But we'll see. It's still messing around break even, so I'll be back. Alright guys, so we're out of that position for 220, I think maybe $200 extra. We went to 240 there. I just took it out there as we had that dip down. That is great. Now, obviously, our whole target here, we're looking for something crazy down here, right? But with TOPSTEP and the way that you can trade with a little bit higher leverage, because you're trading futures and contracts, we're only looking for that $200 a day, right? And today on the account we've made $420, I think. Yesterday made $365. So that's great, and I'm glad I did that, because now we're getting a big push up. So I closed that out, which is fantastic. And that's the trades done today, right? We've had yesterday's last video was a great trade. Although we had a little bit of up and a down, we got back up to our top point. We are now currently sat at $773.76. I'll throw that up on the screen right now so you can see that from the TradingView trade station down there. Excuse me. And we're doing good. So we kept below that $800, which is good for the consistency rule, and we're on a nice track to our profit goal of $3,000. So I'm going to leave the video there. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Hope you're enjoying the new series. There is going to be slightly difference in variation of how we're trading this, but overall the principles is there. We're going to be using this Fibonacci setup quite a bit because, as you can see, it is quite good, although it didn't work out perfectly as yet. Yesterday's video we had a good save on the 1 minute to get our profit, and also today you can see that this 1 minute setup is actually working quite well, because at the end of the day the setup only needs to go down to here on the 1 minute chart. But we will see. So we'll be trading this a lot. We'll also be, of course, doing the fake out and the breakout strategy, the bread and butter of this channel. And we'll also be looking at supply and demand as well. I know a lot of you have been asking about the supply and demand, if I still trade it. I do still trade it, and it's still something that I do like. But with supply and demand, I find that it's almost secondary price action, right? The fake out breakout is actually price action, the actual behavior of the candles at that moment, whereas you know, supply and demand, it does work, but it is almost secondary price action, I feel like, where, you know, you're looking for zones. These zones may not hold up because of certain other reasons, whereas if you can just perfectly read what's happening in the candles and why the candles are doing that and almost flow with the market a little bit better, I found personally it's been more profitable for me. But I will still be going with the supply and demand stuff, and I will be making a dedicated video on this Fibonacci trading. Now, I hate the way that this looks, loads of lines and stuff, because I do like to keep my charts pretty clean, but obviously the Fibonacci is just so we can see where it's at. But anyway, I'm waffling on. Hope you enjoyed that video. Day 3 is complete. Well, it's actually day 2, but day 3 is complete. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.